Hey everyone, and welcome back to yet another Let's Build series on the channel. Now, this time I've decided that, wow, yes it is a B&M, surprise surprise, but this time I've decided to build a floorless coaster. I can't remember the last time I built one of these properly, a bit like how on Vulcan I haven't built a dive coaster in a very long time. I'm not entirely sure the last time I built a floorless, but this time I'm building one, and I've got to say, I think this turned out pretty well. I tried a new set of kind of shaping techniques for the elements and stuff this time for B&M, especially the cobra roll, which I am very surprised turned out as well as it did, as well as the 0G roll, which I did end up like kind of half changing, but you can see here I'm kind of doing the drop and the loop and stuff. It's very similar stuff to building an invert, so you know, going from building something like Anubis to this is very similar. The only thing that's slightly different is like obviously the track's the other way around, the spine's terribly thin, so probably gonna have to custom spine that, which yes, that's gonna be painful, but I want good results. And the layout's obviously gonna be slightly different. I really tried to as well focus on the top of the lift hill where the transition goes from the pre-lift, pre-drop even to the actual turn. You can see there, I basically took the whole drop and moved it over, so we keep that heartline effect with the drop being smooth at the same time. This turned out as a good effect, especially when I converted it down to 2 meter and then 1 meter. But you know, it's little stuff like that that I think really go a long way when building a coaster like this. That's really focused on a specific kind of manufacturer's shaping, as B&M is. Which, although is kind of general to just forces, it really goes a long way when you kind of look at the entire end product of the coaster. Which, you know, the layout's kind of uninspiring because it's just a B&M Floorless. They're all the same, really, you know, unless it's a Hydra or whatever that one in... Is it Denmark or is it Sweden? I'm not sure. The Demon one or whatever it's called, Daemon? I don't know. You know, unless it's something like that, then it's going to be different. Or the other ones that are kind of smaller. But this is your typical 140 foot, 6 or 7 inversion Floorless. I think it's got 6. Yeah, it's got 6 inversions, I think. Wait, does it? Hang on. Loop, dive, 0G, cobra. Yeah, it's 6 inversions. So, you know, it's... is it 6 or is it 7? It's 7! What am I on about? But, you know, the point is that it's a basic coaster with basically the same layout as most of the other ones with a few extra things thrown in. So, but that means you can really focus on the shaping and getting it as realistic as possible, as you've got a lot of standards to work with when it comes to building something like this. But, you know, boring layout aside, I am really happy with it. You're going to see here, this cobra roll, honestly one of the longest, you know, elements I've ever worked on. Honestly the longest I've taken to work on an element, not a long element. But what I tried to do is make this thing symmetrical by taking the measurements from the the exit of the first half loop corkscrew thing, and then trying to match it on the other side, so that basically my midsection would be completely symmetrical and it would end up exactly kind of opposite to what the other side is. Didn't really work somehow, but then it did kind of work at the end, and I ended up getting this thing perfectly symmetrical. You know, if you discount the height being different on one side, but that is, of course, what you need for speed-related things, but, you know, what can you do? So aside from that, it turned out really well, and I think I've got the technique down for building them, which means I may have to update my cobra roll tutorial, which is kind of dated, as was the loop one. The cobra roll one is very different from how this one has turned out, in a good way kind of thing. That this is so much better than the other one, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so I think going forward when it comes to this series, I'm gonna try and have it out at least at the very minimum once a week. This series, if I end up getting a burst of motivation, it'll come out sooner. I'm not sticking to an upload schedule per se of I have to have this out a Wednesday 4 p.m. otherwise I'm going to scrap it entirely. No, I'm just going to upload it whenever it's in a good state. I'll try and make sure it's not longer than once a week. It may be, you know, and when I say once a week, I don't mean like 7 days between the uploads. I mean calendar weeks. So if I upload, like now, it's on a Sunday, you know, I may upload the video on this coming Thursday. And then after that week, it'll be maybe the Tuesday or whatever. But it may be 7 days, it may be 4 days, it may be 10 days, whatever. But it will hopefully not be longer than 2 weeks. I feel like I'm going back on myself with what I'm saying. But, you know, I can't really go any further. But I also wanted to say thank you so much for the incredibly, amazing support on the challenge video. Like, that video did so much better than I thought it would. I was not expecting it to be as well received and as popular as it is. So I will definitely consider doing more challenges in the future. I'm not sure what I can do that's interesting, because obviously people have done making a coaster in a certain amount of time challenge, but I think that time was really interesting to see what kind of result you get compared to, this coaster, which took, I don't know, 6 hours maybe, if you count the smoothing of going to 1 meter, but that really doesn't impact your smoothness too much apart from the banking. But I think it's an interesting thing to do, to challenge yourself to build certain things in this game. So whatever kind of challenge you think you want to see, send me it in the comments, tag me on Discord, DM me on Discord, whatever. Do all that stuff. Let me know, and I'll pick one of them, and I'll probably do it if it's interesting. So yeah, honestly, I really did enjoy that challenge, so thank you very much for enjoying it as well. I'll also do a video for my college project roller coaster, which is called Proto. You've probably seen the TV advert I posted for that. That was less of a kind of regular video, and I literally just wanted to see what it would be received of from people who hadn't seen it before, because that's kind of the whole point of an advert, is it's got to be snappy, it's got to draw your attention, and it's got to market what it's trying to sell quite well. Thank you for the support on that as well. That's been quite well received, so thank you for that, and whatever I get in my results for my A-level graphic design, I'll let you know at some point. But I'll have a full cinematic video out for that at some point, and I'll post that probably, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've got my actual A-level exams coming up, or my 2 exams that I've got to do in the next 4 weeks, so not sure whether or not uploads are going to be too impacted by that, but I do revise a bit, but it's not really the end of the world. I'll make time for making content, even if it's a bit lower effort kind of challenge videos. Not that they're low effort, they've got less work behind them, because what I make is what is made in the video, so it's nice and neat. So, whatever you kind of want to see that you think would be decent to make and wouldn't, not be able to be impacted too much by me not working on Planko every 15 seconds of my day. But it's going to be a little bit disrupted, and as soon as I finish those exams, I'm done. I've got no college work to do. I'll be probably zooming on the uploads. There'll be loads of content coming after June, I would say. So expect to see a lot of stuff then. But I think for now, that's just about everything I need to say. General stuff for the Let's Build. If you've got any name ideas, theme ideas, colour schemes, let me know them. I did kind of have an idea about maybe doing a Mediterranean themed thing, a bit like Furius Baco maybe. We've got that nice station, a little bit of a surrounding area. Because I want to incorporate the sea into this coast. I want to do a bit of a Incredible Hulk cobra roll over the water kind of thing you can see in this environment, which I may release. If you want this environment, which is a build off of the original kind of glitched sea map that I think the contest for the Plank of Madness was made on. I've edited it so it's kind of a flat coastline. If you want that map, let me know, and I will post it on the description. Obviously, it doesn't need the mod or anything to work. It's just a glitch of the game. So I'll post it. You can build what you want on it. I'm currently actually building a park on it. Not sure if I'll turn that into a series, because it's kind of midway construction, but it does feature everyone's favourite blue invert that I've built 15,000 times. But that is what it is. But yeah, if you want that posted, let me know. I'll throw it in the comments, and we can enjoy that environment. I did put some ambient speakers onto the water, so it sounds like coast noises. It's nice. And it's literally the background of all my videos, because it is the best environment, because it's so flat. The only issue with the Planko environments is they're so flat. They're so hilly even, and they disrupt sense of scale. And the nice clean atmosphere of a park is that you have these huge hills where you don't need them. But the grasslands and this biome, which raises the terrain up, gives you such a clean sight lines and height. It looks brilliant. So if you want that, let me know, and I'll post it in the comments. Anyway, enough rambling for me, whatever. General theme, general name, throw it in. I'll get around to it. I may end up have picked a colour scheme before the next episode, I'm not sure, but I can always adapt it the episode after or something. But doing custom spines will need to be colour scheme picked straight away. But then again, it gets grouped and it can be recolored, so I don't know. Right, anyway, enough rambling from me. I'll see you guys soon with the next episode of either this or something else. The dueling inverts that I've teased, they are coming. I've just had to kind of hold off that project for a little while because of exams and getting my project finished and this series. So that will be coming. It's not been shelved or anything like that. It is gonna happen because I really wanted to. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and I will leave you with the time lapse and whatever non-copyright music I've hopefully picked. And yeah, I'll see you all next time.